Yo, what is up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video where we are going to take a look at some of my battles in the Fossil Cup, the new GBL meta that has just dropped as of today, and it features water, rock, and grass type Pokemon, I believe. I just kind of go with the flow. I let you guys educate me with what's going on with these new metas, and I try and experiment and find new teams that work. I gotta shout out Dracoviz and Jonkus. They dropped a graphic with lots of teams, so go see Dracoviz on Twitter. He made a graphic of all the teams I think Jonkus also helped develop, and one of those teams was Jellicent, Perrserker, and Lucario, and we're going to take it for a test drive. First match using this team, we played the mighty Caleb Pang. I decided to just get fancy here and not play out the Jelly mirror match. I've got a fairly high ranked Jelly, so who knows if I win CMP or not. I go straight Perrserker, and he's not swapping, which is good for me. Perrserker going to get off the foul play here. Now, I wasn't sure if I wanted to immediately throw if he shields. I decided to go for one. He throws. I let this go. I actually made a mistake here. I miscounted. I thought he's the one away. And I make a nice little cheeky play here. If you watch back the stream, we had some fun with that moment. But just a quick little instant replay. It's just like so obvious, right? Look how low my Perrserker is left from that Shadow Ball. Look at him. Look at his health. It's barely visible. You just know Caleb is an amazing player. He's gonna catch. So I throw a close combat blindly here. Expecting him to catch on something. What's he going to catch on to? I don't know. But I just throw a close combat expecting him to catch on to something. And here I'm like, oh, what a catch. Caleb caught the close combat. Boom. We land it on the Ferrothorn. I get a nice little 5 counters as Ferrothorn goes down. What's going to be his third Pokemon? He comes in with Jelly. Makes sense. I throw Shadow Ball here to either get rid of it or draw the final shield. Then I swap into my own Jelly. And then here I'm thinking, okay, if he leads Jelly, this is probably his Lucario answer. So Lucario might be more valuable here. So I just Surf to get rid of the opposing Jelly. I'm saving a shield for Lucario. I'm thinking Lucario up a shield hopefully can beat what's in the back. And it's a Kartana. And props to Caleb running some spice. The spice is nice. GG's. I actually am releasing a video with a Caleb Pang team soon after this one. So stay tuned for that. Always a pleasure. And it's always nice when you can win the first game with a team. Hopefully that's a sign of good things to come with this squad. Searching for the next opponent. Who shall it be? See, our current elo's at 3115. And I guess we're entering big boy elo zone. Big boy elo. When you start getting Q times. King Alexander. Oh, crap. I remember this. So, this is a great lead. He's running Lycanroc, which typically runs Psychic Fangs and Stone Edge. I let this go, and at the last second, I'm like, oh, wait, this could be Crunch. And Crunch does quite a bit of damage. I go for the Surf. This should nearly knock out. And in comes Golisopod. You know, maybe I should have, like, gone straight out of here into Perrserker. I go to Perrserker here. He stays in, and then I play this about as poorly as I could because I shield the first, and then he gets the debuff. So the next liquidation is going to do even more. So obviously I should have taken the first. I guess theoretically if I take the first, then he can probably just go for X's or so. Maybe it doesn't matter as much as I'm thinking, but he takes me out. He comes in S-Cav, and this is just game over. Jelly's too low. Jelly doesn't get to a move. And I think we lagged a turn there, but obviously it didn't matter. And we just kind of let Mr. Lucario go here, understanding the game is over. King Alexander, fellow content creator. And he is just too good. takes us down. Next battle. Reginald. And I said at this point, he better have a Registeel. If his name is Reginald, he does have a Registeel. I'm very proud of this trainer already. A very high caliber of opponent to have a Pokemon that matches with your in-game name. We go for the close combat, and this is a CMP. This should be a CMP with Focus Blast. So we shield up. He swaps into Pelly. I go for my foul play here. Perrserker looking kind of sly. There was a good adjective someone once used to describe cats. I'm forgetting. I just had to shield the last second. He doesn't throw on CMP, which you could say is a mistake, because now I actually catch the Weather Ball onto my Jellicent. And this suddenly puts us in a pretty solid spot. Actually throw the Surf to try and get rid of this Pelipper before it could potentially reach a Hurricane. He shields, and he comes in with Ferrothorn. I go for the Shadow Ball here. He's at 5. 6. Throws at 6. Probably could have overfarmed more if you're our opponent. Power Whip does knock out. And I'm thinking at this point, how do I win this? Because Reggie's still there, healthy, but shields are down. So I come in Lucario. I swap into Purrs. He goes for the Thunder to knock me out. But I get this head start, and all that's left is the lowish health Reggie and the Pelipper. In my opinion, he has to come in Pelipper and then maybe try and like catch a Shadow Ball or something on his Reggie. But he comes in with Reggie, which just lets me farm and makes this pretty straightforward. So our opponent probably could have played that game cleaner, but we will take that. Not all of us can play perfectly. I'm sure Joshua in the chat, he probably says, Rise, I play perfect every single game, but it's hard for me to believe, Joshua. I think all of us have a rough game here and there. I think someone recently in the comments was like, said they enjoy when I randomly call out like the imaginary chatters. So I appreciate that. I actually got that from Max Tuning. He's like a fitness YouTuber who vlogs his daily life, and he does that all the time. He always says Becky. He always makes up the name Becky in the comments. That's hating on him. But we go 2-3. I actually had 0-2 the night before to start that set, so that was actually 2-1 with the team. Oh, getting a little bit jumpy. So that was actually a 2-1 to start, and that'll take us to this set. We'll have one full set to see with the team here in this video. Tough lead into Lant Money. Gonna immediately swap Purrs. Now, I throw Foul Play right away, which makes sense kind of to get that turn back after the swap. You could also argue maybe I should keep on farming because, like, I can take a Thunderbolt better, and then I could go for, like, the double CC, but I go for the CC here anyway. This becomes a little bit uncomfortable, right? Because now I am up a shield, but, like, this Lantern has a lot of energy that's going to be tough for my Lucario to deal with. I can't come in Jelly. I come in Lucario. I figure he might go for double Surf, so I'm going to take the first. Ow. Gonna shield this up, and should be able to get the counter down if he stays in. Now, if Lantern's in the lead, in a perfect world, the backline would be weak to Jelly. He comes in with Ferrothorn. I'm like, what on earth is in the back if you're coming in with Ferrothorn? I go for Pup. And then thought, like, okay, maybe he thinks I'm just going to Pup again and he can live and get off the power up. So I'm actually going to go for Shadow Ball. Bang, we land it. And it's Reggie in the back. It's Reggie in the back. I'm going to get off this power up punch. It looks like I probably get locked on down here. So I swap. I just need to get to double Surf. And in the chat, I was like, oh, guys, crap. Do I live Zap Cannon? Am I going to live and get to the double Surf? And then I realized by the time he's throwing this, I just outpace. Because even if he was at 100 energy, I'm only 9 turns away from double surf, so Reggie can only save so much residual energy with its high energy cost moves. So I was like, oh crap, am I going to live the zap? Am I going to live the zap? I'm like, oh wait, he doesn't even get to another zap. G to the G. So I think I was talking kind of fast there. Hopefully my enunciation wasn't bad. This is so random and like 2 years ago, but I one time got a comment from somebody that said, Rise, English is like my second or third language, so I struggle with a lot of the English speaking PvP content creators, but I am able to understand you well. So that was a really cool compliment from a comment back in the day. Who knows? Maybe Sebastian in the chat is like, Rise, I hardly understand. I just watch you for your great personality. Okay, Sebastian. Gyarados, kind of tough lead. He throws on CMP, which is kind of risky for him because I could have snuck in an entire Hex there if I didn't throw. I go for the Shadow Ball. I decide to dip out into Perrserker. Yikes, we're met by Quag. This is not looking great. You're going to see how much this Mud Bomb does. If I had a high rank Perrserker, I'm curious if maybe I can live the Mud Bomb to get to 2 moves here. But with my Perrserker having its IVs that you see on the screen, yeah, not going to get there. So yeah, I am curious if like a high rank Perrserker could actually either force Quag to throw the second Mud Bomb or get to 2 close combats. Or maybe Foul Play plus close combat. I come in with Jellymeister, just get rid of the Quag. Looking to get out of there, and it's Reggie. And he swaps, and at this point, I'm like, Gary's so glassy, I'm just going straight pup, bro. I'm just going straight pup. I'm not even bothering building up to the Shadow Ball. Gary does get to an Aqua Tail, but I should be able to counter it down, and I'm just going to ramp up right away because I should be able to get off 2 pups before Reggie gets to its move. Because Reggie didn't store that much energy. So I go for another pup here. This would put Reggie probably in range of getting Hex down. So it actually forces him to shield. And at this point, I actually catch the Focus Blast. This is actually unnecessary because if he just Focus Blasts my Lucario, I think I outpace anyway. So kind of a savage catch. Kind of unnecessary. Or was it necessary? It was unnecessarily. And that it was unnecessary, and maybe that's why it was necessary. We queue into the next battle. My character is doing his little pose. Someone asked why I didn't switch to the new legend pose. I actually, dude, for someone that like plays this game a lot, I never know what's going on. I'm like, wait, what is the new legend pose? I can't even visualize it. I'm sure we'll see it, actually. I should watch the people I'm queuing up into. I should watch what I'm queuing up into. Who's rocking the new legend pose? My friend Garrett, really nice guy, wants to hit Ace this season because he really likes the hat you get from the rewards. So I'm hoping that Garrett can accomplish that. If he wants some help, I could help suggest him some teams. He's still trying to run Shadow, Alolan Marowak, which I don't know how great it is in the current Great League meta. But he swears by it. We lead into Tapu here. Pretty solid lead. In comes Steelix. I go into Lucario. Gonna pup right away. Want to ramp up our damage as fast as possible. This is a Thunder Fang Steelix, as I'm sure you guys noticed. This was only enough for Psychic Fangs or Crunch. So I don't shield, and I'm just hoping my counter damage still outpaces. And it does. Expecting Tapu to come in. We get off a pup for some chip damage. Probably would have been better to just throw pup right away, because that was awfully close to not getting off that pup. So a little bit unnecessary risk by me. I overfarm by 1 to avoid the catch, and of course he catches on Registeel. So I decide to go straight Perrserker and check out what happens here. I make a bit of a mistake. So at this, I'm like, oh crap, wait. what if he just lets this go and then farms all the way down and then I'm in trouble? So I tried to undercharge it. I just didn't undercharge enough. What I actually wanted to happen there was leave Reggie with a little bit of health and then hex down. But this isn't the worst either, because at least I force Tapu to throw a Surf. And I actually go just directly for the Surf since all shields are up. And I figured if they let the Surf go, which they do, knowing it's a Surf, I get his hex down. Double shield hex down. There's no way at this point my opponent can double bait and still get off a Moonblast. So I just shield up. They go for their only win con, which is landing the Moonblast. And we Surf for no reason. I kind of just wanted to see if they would shield or not at that point. So that was a little bit BM-y by me. Let's see if we get any bad karma for our BM. I think there's 2 battles left in this video. Let's see if I can skip forward without... Oh, okay. Almost had it right on. Battle starting. Who we got? DeAndre Ayton. We're playing DeAndre Ayton. Great lead. This is where we need to see Mawile. He swaps in Quag, and immediately I'm like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Because our back line is weak to Quag. So, like, I can't really swap. But I also have to preserve Jelly for the Mawile. So it's like, what the heck do I do? He shields up. He's not throwing on the best timing, which is helping us a little bit here. Obviously, it would have been better for me to shield the Stone Edge, since that's what he went for first. But you got to do what you got to do. I Shadow Ball. I swap Lucario. And I don't want to use my last Protect Shield. So, like, I'm practically just sacking Lucario. My opponent makes a mistake here. So, he hard swapped Mawile when he didn't need to. This is so much better for me. The reason being is because I now can come in with Jelly and he's switch locked still. If he had simply let his Quag go down, he could have come in with Mawile. I have to come in with Jelly, and then he can swap, and I just lose instantly. So this gets us back in the game, actually. We actually had lost this game. Our opponent makes a slight misplay there. Gives us a chance. This is a pup, so I'm like, oh, I can't shield a pup. I go for the Surf bait. I am concerned he's going to call it. I go for 2 hexes. I'm not going to live to get to the Shadow Ball. So I got to settle for Surf here. Doesn't quite care. This is pretty bad. Because now this is a pup. This is a boosted pup. And I'm like, I don't want to let this go and then just faint to whatever's fast moves in the back. It ends up being a Credilli. And I like have to take the move, right? I can't close combat because then I just will faint. Grass Knot barely doesn't take me out. Here I have to make a decision, like throw and then throw right away. That was probably the play, actually. That was probably the play. If I throw... Let's instant replay that. So I come in Perrserker. I'm at this health. Does Credilli throw at 5? 2, 3, 4. Credilli throws at 4. Oh, so he actually gave me a win con, I think. So Credilli should be 3 off, right? Is it 4 if you Grass Knot? It's not 3 already to Rock Slide, is it? So I close combat. Look at this. If I had foul played instantly expecting the catch, maybe it's tough to call. Because from this health that we see the Credillion, it looks like it lives 3 Shadow Claws to me from Perrserker. think it lives 3. So I would have had to live 2 bullet seeds debuffed here, which is close. Really close. I actually don't know if I win that or not. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. If I foul play Quack instantly there, do I knock out the Credilli first? Very close margins. Very close margins. I can see Rise, obviously. Your Shadow Claws would KO first. What are you talking about? Rise, you're debuffed. Credilli's bullet seeds would have taken you out, and it's not even close. I don't know what you're seeing. Let me know which train you're on, bullet seed or Shadow Claw. We got 1 battle left in the video. My character's dancing. He's doing the whip, the nay-nay. And we're playing Danny's. 11, 11, 7. All right. I played this matchup so many times today. Pelipper seems like a common lead. I guess it's pretty safe in this meta. Shadow Ball coming through. Will the Pelipper shield? He will. Oh, I think this guy Weather Ball baits me. Am I remembering this right? No, okay. He Hurricanes. He Hurricanes. I go for Shadow Ball. Will he shield this one? Oh, do I go for a cheeky little catch? I wait a turn. I catch on Perrserker. And I got the Shadow Claw through. That's pretty nice. Hurricane. Ow. Still hurts. In comes Lucario. Unfortunately, we're not going to get there. So Lucario's at 5. But him being switch locked is kind of nice for me. So Lucario should be at 9. And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, even if he baits, I should be able to get double surf before he baits and can get to Shadow Ball. He went straight for Shadow Ball, which allows me to overfarm here, which is pretty nice. What is in the back? Reggie. I do a Hex first. Probably not smart by me. I go for Pup. I don't know why I waited an extra counter. I obviously should have just gone for it first. I actually get the shield from it, though. So maybe doing that extra counter confused my opponent. Was like, maybe that's close combat. I forget the counts. So we're a little bit fortunate there. I tried instantly Shadow Balling. It like didn't register. It did a Hex instead. So I'm just like, please don't catch. Please don't catch. Please don't catch. I actually wait a turn. And we get off the surf here. So our opponent had to catch there. But I guess just wasn't able to call when I was going to throw my charge moves. And that is a GG. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you're running in the Fossil Cup, what you want to see me run on stream Friday, as I'll be playing some more Fossil Cup. So go follow me live. Follow me on Twitch to watch me live over there. We have a lot of fun. And all that said, I actually have, I also wanted to mention, I don't talk about my Rogue Energy sponsorship that much, but if you guys also want to get 20% off on Rogue Energy drinks, I've been using it lately to just feel more clear-minded. I did a 7-mile hike today. I used some Rogue Energy, which is no sugar added energy. So if you guys want to use the code RISE for 20% off, link is in the description as well. All that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I very much hope to see you in the next one. Peace.